All right, got up here to the Yukon. Got in late last night, early this morning to Whitehorse. My gun didn't make it, Jordan's bag didn't make it, so we got a little bit of downtime to kind of go through everything that we brought, fine-tune some things. We're gonna make a quick video kind of just basically telling you what we're taking on this trip. So we're mountain goat hunting up in Northwest BC and kind of tailored this gear around that in mind. There's some things that are staples that are in every single kit that I always take, and there's some stuff that's some nuancy stuff that's specific for this hunt. So, starting on the end here, we have the Ab Soroka with the lid on the arc frame. That's probably one that's staying the same across all my hunts this year. It was awesome on the bear hunt. I'm going to use this for elk. I'm going to use this for this hunt, pretty much everything. New to me this year is the Mindel Glockners. If you're familiar with other stiffnesses, this is probably a 4 on a 1 through 5. Very tall, rubber rand on it. They seem very robustly built. So far, they've been pretty awesome for me. I put a set of sheep feet in there that I've had forever. With those 2.0 Gators, I'm trying to make this kind of quick and be descriptive where I need to be descriptive. Everyone knows what Gators are. A one-piece gun cover goes over top of the barrel behind the butt, covers the scope. I'll also have a neoprene scope cover on my optic as well, just because of the country that we're going to be in. My gun is not here, but it's a Cadex CDXR7 with a 3 to 18 by 50 Kite K6 optic on it. That is possibly here now. We'll have to find out. While we're on optics, Kite 18 power stabilized binoculars. I'm not going to carry a spotter on this one, knowing that our outfitter is going to have a spotter. This is kind of a good middle ground where I might not even take my tripod. Stabilized has been huge for me. We're using this in a lot of different applications this year. In the harness, Kifaru harness, Sig Kilo 1800 rangefinder, and then just some straight 10 by 42s from Kite as well. In this one I have a headlamp, a lighter, some nuancy stuff, and then Chase drew me a mountain goat picture that I'm keeping in a little baggie in the back. He draws me a picture every time I go on a hunt like this, so that's always important. With having to charge my phone, Sterapin, optics, InReach, this is all battery packs. We're obviously filming this too, so I'm going to be using my phone for filming. Jordan's got a bunch of batteries that he's going to be using for filming. We're probably heavier than what we need to on batteries, but better than not having them for this one. It's a film hunt, so we need a lot of battery. Black Diamond Saber crampons, just because we're goat hunting. Trying something new this year from Barnes, the Vortex LRs. So 208s. These are an all copper bullet. I've been shooting these the last couple of weeks and they are awesome out of that gun. I shoot a 1 in 8 twist, so 208 stabilizes really well with that. Nalgene, obvious. Rain fly, this is my kill kit, so I have knife, replaceable blades, a little bit of paracord in here, zip ties, my tag, and then a space blanket for laying out, for putting the meat on top of. I did bring a pretty significant amount more paracord than what I normally would, just because we're goat hunting and the chance of it dying really close to a cliff and needing to be tied off or repelled, or it's cliffy stuff, so having extra paracord is good. Snacks, we've got a mix of, there's some instant coffee in there, there's Cliff Blocks, Cliff Bars, those new caffeine gels, basically stuff really high in calorie, really low in size and weight. And then while we're on the topic of food, this one is all primarily peaks, so dehydrated meals. Have a sheep tarp from Kifaru. This won't be the primary shelter. This is going to be basically when we get to a point, a glassing point, and it starts dumping rain. We want to continue filming, continue glassing, rather than retreating back to a tent or a base camp down below. Carry a tarp with you. Honestly, don't remember what's in this one. Oh, hat, gloves, socks, just kind of some extra stuff in there. This one is a optics cloth. Extra bottle of smoke in the bottle, kind of nuancy stuff. A lot of this is going to get condensed a little bit more. Possibles pouch, med kit, fire starter, lighter, Sterapin, Leukotape, small amount of duct tape, / electrical tape. When I say small amount, like very small amount. Basically just anything that could possibly happen. Hopefully I have something in here for that, down to stitches. We have stove, actually my SteriPen's in here, fuel, a lighter, and my spork. On this one I'm using the MSR wind burner. I thought about taking the reactor, but just kind of figured with the weather that's forecasted, I wasn't too worried about it. We are going to have some weather, but nothing too crazy, looks like. Sleeping pad and the little inflation bag that it comes with. This is a Thermarest Nano, I think it's 8 ounces. And that about covers all that. Puffy in its pillow form right now. This is the 2.0 Clement Puffy, the new solid color, which I really like. And it's also my pillow, which is sweet. Then a Helinox glassing chair. This is a pound. I mean, I don't need it, but it is nice. If you're gonna spend a lot of time behind glass, or if you're gonna have just some downtime where you're not hiking, being able to take your shoes out or your boots off and kind of get your feet up and be in a chair isn't bad, and I'm willing to carry the extra pound to have that luxury in those situations. Small field optics tripod. Not 100% sure if I'm going to be taking this. I might just do a little bit of filming through the 18s, but realistically, Stabilized doesn't need a tripod. I brought it just in case. Black Diamond trekking poles, just put replacement tips on them because they were shot. A 4-liter bladder. I also have another one that's just the bladder itself, not the hose, that if we do find a bunch of water and we want to cache something somewhere so we don't have to go all the way back to the bottom to get water, we can do that. And then in these 3 big stuff sacks, I have my sleeping bag, which is a Kafaru Slick 20. This is all my clothes, rain gear, base layers, vest, socks, underwear. That's it. And this is my tent. I think I have a Slumberjack Nightfall 2 with the stakes and everything in there, and the stakes are going to be dual purpose for the tarp as well. I have enough to cover both. A couple other things I missed. Game bags. I brought bigger game bags than what we need just in case we get into something else. And then Lexi got me a leather bag journal that I've been taking on all these kind of bigger hunts that I recall the day at the end of the day, every day during that, and have something outside of digital to kind of remember the hunt by. So other than my gun that is supposedly on its way, that's all I'm taking.